Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well, and we have some exciting CSGO news story today, including the poaching scandal between SK and LG. That will take a large portion of this video up. Hope you guys all enjoy. This is some of the biggest CSGO news we've ever seen. And so first off, for those of you guys who don't know the background about the story, I'm going to go into that first off to just set the scene. So apparently back in February, this is all before the big major in America over in Columbus, Ohio. That big American major, as you guys, many of you know, LG went on to win that. All these conversations apparently happened back in February, well before that major actually occurred. So to set the scene, it was back in February where LG and SK started getting in touch with each other via email. Now, it was Fallen that was at the head of this. Fallen, one of those few LG players who speaks fluent English. So yes, Fallen Gabriel was actually the head man of LG talking to SK Gaming's director, Alex Mueller. So to set the scene, this all happened back in February. It was mainly email conversations between SK Gaming's director, Alex Mueller, and then LG's captain, Gabriel Fallen, as many of you guys know. So again, it happened back in February where these email conversations went back and forth, and LG was thinking about joining SK because back in February, before they were seeing all the success, they had a lot of problems with the organization, including some funding, fan funding wise. As you guys also know, they've been in touch with their fans to fund their team because their organization was really struggling to bring up the funds to actually support the Brazilian team in the first place. So it makes sense why they would choose a huge organization with a big past and a wide range of teams, aside from their CSGO team. They have so many other games, and they're a huge organization that goes way down the line in history. It makes sense why LG would choose SK and possibly join up with them because they have plenty of money to work with. And again, money is key when it comes to CSGO, and it's been a huge major point when it comes to Luminosity Gaming. Money is a huge point. They need it to keep on performing, and they need it to keep on playing because that Brazilian scene, one of the things they do lack aside from skill, they have plenty of that, is money. So it makes sense why they chose SK Gaming. And again, the director of SK Gaming is Alex Mueller. I've had the chance to actually talk with Alex myself, and that's why this story interests me to a really big extreme point. So they've been emailing back and forth since February. Again, it seems that as if it's assumed that LG actually signed contracts with SK back in February before the major at Columbus. So here's where the whole scandal comes in. Apparently, it was that Alex Mueller, the director of SK Gaming, was actually poaching these players. If you guys don't know what they mean by poaching, was somehow forcing them in through email to sign these contracts. Now, these emails have not yet been released, but apparently the relegations or the allegations against Alex Mueller are that he poached these LG players, a few of which don't speak very fluent English, but again, they had Fallen leading them into this. So apparently the allegations against Alex Mueller are that he poached these players via email into signing these contracts before Columbus Major. Now, apparently it's also alleged that these contracts did go through before Columbus, and that LG did sign these contracts before they went on to win that major, which, as you guys can see, is a big problem because they signed these contracts, then they went on to go win the major, and now you have LG coming out saying, quote unquote, we had Gabriel saying, we're very comfortable with where we are, we've been growing so fast lately, and so that's why we want to stay with LG. And obviously they're going to say this because they just won $1 million major, and this is where the whole scandal goes both ways. With those emails not being released of Alex Mueller poaching these players, now we have LG trying to back out of a contract which they signed before they went on to win a major. And the main problem here for LG is this. They signed the contracts with SK. Allegedly, they did sign these contracts, but they also then assumed that their pre-existing contracts with LG didn't matter. They also had pre-existing contracts for 2 years, I believe until later 2016, with their current organization, Luminosity. So this is where it all gets fishy for everyone involved. So now that you guys know the general background of this whole situation, it's a really complicated situation to be in. It's a double-edged sword. So I'm going to state my bias. As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I'm a part of SK Gaming, and I say that because they're the first team I actually came in contact with. I'm not officially affiliated with them, but I've actually had the chance to speak with Alex Mueller, and of course I know a little bit about LG, but I'm going to state my bias here in the fact this is a double-edged sword. Now this whole thing has come out on all these big websites, and again it's going to be coming out in the next few weeks as well, as these emails might be released, and some obviously legal allegations will be pursued, whether it be against SK or against LG. Whatever happens now, it's a double-edged sword. Both of these organizations are in big trouble. We have the LG players who have signed contracts with separate teams, which again is a big issue. For instance, I have a YouTube network. I have a contract with them. I can't go out and sign contracts with whoever I want and then pick and choose who I join and who I don't join. So the LG players are going to be in for it whether they escape this SK Gaming threat or not. So if you guys have not heard about this, SK Gaming now wants LG to join the organization by July 1st, or they will be pressing charges as well. Then we have LG, their owner, I think his name is Maeda. Is it Steve Maeda is their owner. He's also going to be pressing charges for poaching. Now, again, this whole poaching scandal is kind of a weird thing because poaching is not necessarily against CSGO rules. It varies from case to case. So we have the LG owner, Steve Maeda. He's going to be pressing charges for this poaching allegation dependent upon these emails. So again, it's a really, really wide range of things going on here, and both parties are going to be in trouble no matter what, arguably. So to finish off the story, I'll be touching on this in the future again. I do believe, now again, guys, I am a big LG fan. I think they're a great team. They're awesome to watch. Just the fire they have is amazing to watch, but that does not relinquish my bias in this whole situation. So I do believe that SK Gaming will most likely win this case. Now, again, a lot of you guys are better legal rats than I am. I don't know too much about the scene, but the fact that LG, their players willingly, as grown adult men, they could not possibly be forced, hand to pen to actually sign these contracts. They willingly, as grown full adult men, all sign these contracts as a part of SK Gaming's organization. I do believe legally, I don't know how that works because they're already binded by the Luminosity contracts that they have. I do believe they will owe some kind of compensation to SK Gaming. Now, apart from that, I do believe SK Gaming is going to be taking a big risk here because LG has a big following, they're growing, and they're a great team to watch. So they used to be the underdogs from Brazil that were a broke team that came out of nowhere, and now they have this huge fan following. And so I believe the allegations against SK Gaming here, although I don't believe they can possibly be found guilty of poaching, because poaching is not necessarily against the rules, but again, we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. I do believe this could be a big downturn for SK Gaming's organization because all the fans of LG and all these North American fans, South American fans might come together, and the whole CSGO scene in general might just start hating on SK for doing this scrupulous thing. So that's my touch on it. Hope you guys all enjoyed that segment. Let's get into some shorter stories. If you guys want me to touch on this more in the future, I can definitely add some more details as well. I have plenty of note cards spread across this desk of the whole story. So if you guys want to see more of that, comment down below. But that was huge news today. And also, speaking of LG in a much better light, they actually played Cloud9 last night in the Group A E-League finals there. Amazing that Cloud9 made it. They actually won a bunch of games versus Renegades and Liquid. Now, we also had Liquid that wasn't able to make it to the finals because they lost to Renegades and Cloud9 and LG. They won 0 games in E-League Group A, which is kind of an upset there. But it was Cloud9 versus LG, and again, LG was a heavy favorite here. I believe on CSGO Lounge it was 85-15 odds, which is absolutely crazy, and that's percentage-wise as well. But it was Cloud9 who upset LG on the first map, Mirage, which was actually LG's choice. They beat them 16-11 there, and we all thought, oh my gosh, this is it. And then second map came around, and that was Cobblestone, which was Cloud9's choice, and then LG beat them there just in overtime, 19-16. But it was absolutely awesome to see Cloud9 actually compete with the #1 team in the world. LG went on to win the finals 2-1, as you guys know. But notable mention to Cloud9's nothing. He played out of his mind that first map on Mirage. He had 33 frags for the team, definitely carried them that victory, and of those 33 frags, 24 of them were headshots. So Cloud9 nothing looking amazing. That was insane to watch and very, very entertaining as I went to bed way early last night. Also, nothing official has been announced, but my secret source, Luke, has actually told me that CLG Tarik on stream, he was speaking in Turkish, so I can't share the stream with all of you guys. It'd kind of be pointless, as my source Luke said, but he's been hinting at that Xantares, yes, Xantares might be joining CLG in place of FugLy. Now, again, nothing's confirmed here, nothing official, but just a hint, if you guys see in the future, you heard it here first. And not even worth putting in the title, we actually have NRG signing tabseN and FugLy. Speaking of FugLy from CLG, tabseN and him have been signed by Team NRG. As you guys know, they replaced Justin and Silent just a couple days ago, and I wasn't even going to put this in the title because you guys beat me to this on my video yesterday. It's kind of awesome. I uploaded my video late last night, then this happened, and all of you guys made sure to tell me as well. So not really worth putting in the title, but this has come to Team NRG, so congrats to them. Hopefully it works out for the best. And last in today's news, we do have Team AGG replacing Flipsid Tactics in the DreamHack closed qualifiers. We have no releases yet so far why Flipsid Tactics cannot make it and why AGG was their replacement. Obviously a much lower tier team than Flipsid Tactics, but again, Flipsid Tactics is that team we have not heard a lot from in the past few weeks or so. Not sure what's going on with their organization, but they've been replaced by Team AGG in the DreamHack closed qualifiers. Also right now, guys, been announced the winner of this jersey, not this one that I'm wearing, the second one that I have, because a lot of people are worried about that. Don't worry, I cleaned the shirts, and this is not the one I'm giving away. I'm giving away a separate one. I'll be announcing that right now because the first winner did not get back to me, so stay tuned for that in the next clip. And the winner is a guy by the name of Phoenix Feather. I'll show you Twitter on screen right now. Make sure to actually watch this and reply down below, as well as reply to my DMs on Twitter and give me your address to send this jersey away. Again, not this jersey, a separate one I have, a clean one for you. Now, if he does not see this again, I'll be announcing a third winner because everyone's not replying to this. But again, if he does respond, he has won the Team YP jersey, and that giveaway is officially done. Also ending today, guys, I believe is my knife and op redline giveaway. That will be ending today. I'll be announcing those winners and then giving you guys the skins, probably offline, and recording that as well. And I have some huge announcements coming this next month on the channel. I cannot wait to share them with all of you guys, including a lot of giveaways, a lot of homemade giveaways, some great stuff coming to all of you you. Again, thank you all so much for the great support. I'll be replying to every comment on today's video. I kind of failed on yesterday's video because I got very busy making this one. As always, live, love, laugh a lot. Remember, I like you. I'll see y'all tomorrow in the CSGO News video. Until then, remember, I like you. Goodbye. Here.